What is up, everybody? We're back with another video. But first things first, I want to thank all of you guys for helping us reach 1,000 subscribers. For you guys that watch our videos week in and week out, thank you. For all you new followers or new subscribers, however you want to say it, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. And even just for you guys that just get on here to be nosy, I appreciate you guys a lot, man. Thank you. So obviously you guys seen this truck is done. I'm really backed up on the footage, guys. I still have a lot of footage on that needs to be edited. That needs to be edited. That needs to be edited. That's already done and posted. That needs to be edited as well. We've just been so busy actually doing the work that I haven't had time to edit, guys. So I do apologize. And even though it's pretty simple editing, don't get me wrong, it definitely takes up time. So I have come to understand why sometimes people don't post very often. But what I am going to try to do is I'm going to try to stay up a little later every night, get some more editing done, because we do have to catch up on a lot of videos. A lot of you guys have been asking to see this cycle up and down, just any trucks. So I'm going to post a clip right now of it going down. But as you can see, it has no camber, aired out. That's on 26s. And it doesn't have a camber aired up as well. You guys will see that right now. But on this video, what you're going to see is, I'm pretty sure it's me taking apart the dash, us doing the firewall, then me putting it all back together. But as you guys can see, it's already done. So in order for us to do the firewall like we like to do them, the whole dash has to come off, guys. As you guys seen, we already took off the seats. So what's next is we're gonna have to take off the whole dash. I'm not gonna show you guys a how-to on this one. I'm just gonna put it on a time lapse and y'all can see some of the stuff. And if I see something tricky, because all these GM dashes are pretty much the same, I will definitely stop the video and I'll show you guys exactly what it is that's so hard about them, all right? I'm not sure if in the video, guys, you can see how much I struggled because it is a time lapse. But these definitely do have a lot more connectors than the older style. And they're a lot harder to get off just due to the fact that everything's brand new. So some of these clips have never been touched. And even though they're inside, they don't have dust or anything like that. They are new. So a lot of these are a little bit hard to pull off. Especially down here where you don't have much space. It all has to come off so that we can get the dash completely off and make sure nothing gets like cut or nothing whenever we're doing the firewall. Another thing that I thought was weird, and I don't know if he left this here on purpose just to see if we touched it, but I thought it was funny. You need to give these back to your girl, my boy. I found what are those things called in the video games? A juggernaut or whatever they're called. Man, don't roast me if I was wrong on that, guys, but that was funny. It was somewhere tucked in there, holding some of the wires, and I don't know if he purposely did that, but that definitely was funny. Let's get back to it.
So after you remove everything, guys, just like on the other trucks, you're able to take the dash off. These are a little bit different because those plugs stay there compared to the other trucks. You have to fish them out through the firewall and then pull them out. But that's because these have a module that go down there that all those wires plug into. That's going to be relocated to the bottom down there like we normally do, keeping the original OEM boot. That way we don't have any water leaks in there. We also have to modify the AC box over there. And everything was pretty straightforward, just like on the other trucks, guys. If you can take apart a dash from 9906 or even, you know, the newer style, you can definitely take these apart. And one of the questions that I've been getting a lot lately is, if the trucks are brought to me like this, is it cheaper? And the answer straight up, guys, is yes. I mean, if you bring me the truck like this, it saves me a couple hours, because even though you guys seen it in 2-3 minutes, however long the time lapse was, it did take about 3.5 hours to pull this dash. You know, so if you feel like you can get it done quicker because you've done them so much, go ahead and pull a dash for me. It might make it a little harder for you to bring because of the steering, but you can always just put the steering wheel back on and then just steer. You don't need a dash for that. But anything, guys, that is work related, if you make it easier on me, the price does drop, because obviously that's work that I don't have to do. And if you guys know how to do it and are more than capable of doing it, go ahead. It'll save you guys some money, and I don't mind. It makes it easier on me. Now we'll just have to cut, you know what I mean? Removing the airbox is pretty straightforward, guys. There's 2 10s right there, another one right there, and a couple right here, and some more right there. So basically, you have to remove the AC lines from the box and the heater hoses as well. Be careful not to break those. You're gonna need something like this. Another thing is, what I always recommend, whenever you're taking off those back bolts, be very careful, because you will drop them and you'll never find them. I actually had that happen on this one. The good thing is, though, these are no longer going to be used, so I can put one of the ones that I took off here and over there and put it over there. This is why I tell you guys that keeping the old stuff that you don't use sometimes is beneficial, because you could just throw these away, but if you throw them away and you happen to lose one like I did, you wouldn't have one. And they're not expensive, but they are hard to find. So just be careful whenever you take those off. They are a pain in the butt as well. They're way back there. Unless you take off the intake, which adds more time and everything, you know, I would just be very careful and take them off with a ratcheting wrench. Now that we have all the interior taken apart, guys, we can actually get to doing the firewall. You guys are going to be on time lapse while Jonathan cuts it. You guys already saw how we do this. I already explained to you guys why we do what we do with the whole wheel. So you guys will just see a time lapse of this. Just like the other truck, guys, we're gonna go ahead and cut all that off. That way we can prepare it so we can put on our control arm brackets and get everything ready. The firewall is cut already. Jonathan already took care of that. So it should make it a little easier for the Sawzall or the plasma, whatever I choose to use. Just because there's gonna be more space for me to work around this way or that way, or whatever way I wanna do it. But, you know, it has to come off, guys. You cannot keep that unless you do like a bolt-on setup, which is kind of whack. But, you know, to each their own. Y'all check it out. you guys saw in the time lapse, it is clean now, fully stripped. Now we just gotta clean up everything around there because there's metal dust everywhere, and part of it is from the flap disc as well. We could throw all that stuff out, and then we can get ready to work on the front end. Now that we have the other side clean, we can start cleaning this side. I'm not gonna show you guys this, but it's the exact same thing, except I have to deal with a couple more stuff here that I can move out of the way. But the process is the same. Chop it off, clean it up, clean up the frame, clean up your mess around you whenever you're done. Because after you clean it up, you can actually get to work here, and it's much cleaner. And it's easier to work with whenever you're not full of dirt or metal shavings is at. Now that we have the firewall done on this one, guys, we can start adding our front suspension. We did have to replace these spindles because, as you can see, they are super worn out. I have no clue how that happened, but we got some new to him spindles. Thank you to Jesse from Truck Techniques. We're gonna get it knocked out. Jonathan's already working on tacking the brackets in place, just so we can double check that everything is centered in the wheel well. But it's just like the other ones, guys. I'll show you guys more progress right now. As you guys can see, when we present the fender on there, the wheel is centered. You can still see the bead roll that we did on the firewall, and you don't see a big gap right there like some other people leave them. There's plenty of clearance. Now that we have everything fully welded, fully sealed, and we start getting this where it needs to go, we can start putting the dash in. First, I gotta put the AC box in, but the wires for the airlift already pre-ran. I ran them under the carpet and everything. You guys will see a time lapse now where I put it back together. Now that I have the AC box back in, guys, I can actually put the dash in. Here you guys can see how we turned this around and plastic welded it back on. That way the tub won't be in the way, because these originally go, flip like that.
and it's in the way as well, just like in the last video that I showed you guys.
Now that the dash is on, guys, I can put the steering wheel back on, vacuum the whole thing, and then put the center console and seats back in.
Like I said in the beginning, guys, I am going to try to catch up on all this editing and stuff. I appreciate you guys if you watch the whole video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this. Like I said, I still have to put some stuff in here on one of these other trucks. I did show you guys why it is when the rear ends. So if there's anything you guys want to see, like I said in the last video, and I can keep saying it, make sure to drop a comment below and let me know if there's anything in particular that you guys want to see as to why we do certain things.